Hi, I'm Ashley Appap.
And I'm Hayley Tanto.
Welcome to Call an Adult, a Pretty Little Liars recap podcast.
Each week we'll dive headfirst into the absolutely bonkers world of PLL as we recap the iconic series.
Where everyone is hot.
And no one calls an adult.
Let's go, bitches!
A.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh! Dale's here.
Hello.
Hi, I'm back again.
Hello, Ash. Hello, Dale. Welcome back.
A himself.
A
It's
himself.
me.
Wow.
Just-
You've caused a lot of havoc.
I got a little bit of mischief going on.
You've been knitting recently.
Yeah, getting into knitting,
That's crazy.
dolls, and small jumpers for dolls.
Tight sweaters.
Tight sweaters.
Tight sweaters.
Tight sweaters.
Jessica De Laurentiis's.
I guess it'll be a tight sweater.
My husband left me. I gotta get my titties out in my tight sweater.
I can't remember why she. Oh, because she's makes him a scarf or something, and then
She's
she's like, I
gonna
guess
make-
it'll just be a tight sweater.
Because she's sad and she wants to get, I'm gonna say it railed. Maybe.
And she should. She's a gorgeous woman.
Gorge. Now, Dale, we are thrilled to have you yet again.
Thank you for having me back.
We
It's good to be
are,
back.
we need, I just think that there is so much that is about to happen in this episode.
Oh, it's a ripper rap.
It is a ripper rep.
A ripper rep.
Ripper
Just
rap. Ripper roll.
and in case, I love a ripper roll.
Oof.
Dale is my partner, my fiance. Just in case you are tuning in on this
yes.
episode
For the first time.
for the first time.
If so, welcome.
Welcome. You can go
Welcome.
listen to his
I'm not
episode.
here all the time.
He's not. Last time, was a fortnight ago, but his first ever ep was in season 1. Send my love to the Italians. I think that was For Whom the Bell Dongs.
For whomst the bell dong.
Which was one of my favorite eps
Yeah, it's a good
ever.
Me too, still to this
Um,
day.
And thank you for coming on the pod again.
Of course. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me back. Thank you
Thrilled.
for granting me access, even though I'm the primary villain of the series.
Absolutely. And
course.
sometimes we like having a man on the pod.
You know, just to even out
Just
the
every
Yeah,
now
I
and
got a
then.
little male perspective.
Raw
Male
energy we
perspective.
have.
The world needs that.
apparently.
Yeah,
A paz.
yeah. Apparently, men need to be involved in everything.
What the
And here you are.
world needs sometimes.
Happy to be here.
Is
Is
men sometimes.
Sweet man. That there's just too
little.
men. There's
Men.
too little of men.
That's one take. That is one opinion. Now, everyone,
That's the man's opinion. I'm bringing to this pod. There's not enough men.
not enough men. Get more of them. Make more of them. We are watching, everyone, an exciting, thrilling episode. We are at the season 4 mid-season finale, which we have stated many times are often even better than the actual series finales and
100%.
season
Really
finales.
good at.
And this was a cracker. This was really, really good. Season 4, episode 12. Now you see me. Now you don't.
Doll.
Whoa,
Now you
not
don't.
the movie.
Doll. Not the movie. Now you
No.
see me.
No.
Or Now You See Me Too,
Now you see me also.
which should have been called Now You Don't.
Yeah.
That actually would have been a great move by them.
Maybe? I guess it'd be weird if it's like, my movie Now You Don't is coming out. I guess it doesn't. It would have been discussed in the they
Yeah.
would have talked about it.
I feel like that would have drummed up.
I guess you need the
Chatting.
original title in there, probably.
Sure.
Maybe.
Sure.
It's not fun, but.
I think we should just get right into it because this
Oh,
is...
should the episode begin?
I think we
Let's
should just...
go. Okay, we have to. Okay, so exciting. This episode was directed by Norman Buckley,
Wow.
icon of the
Call in-
franchise.
Wow.
Send in the clowns.
Send in the
Call in the
magicians,
champs. Send in the magicians. Charlemagne.
etc. It was important information. Hayley's got pudding hair and
If you see me trying to get something out of my eye, it might be a pudding hair.
pudding being their cat, not
we have a cat. Not
hair from
a pudding.
a
That's
pudding.
a weird Australian thing.
Oh, pudding hair, mate.
Yeah.
Got
mate.
a
Oh,
pudding
you gotta
hair,
put
mate.
hair in your pudding.
Get a bloody prawn, a prawn.
Don't
and
get a hair in your pudding.
Don't get a hair in your pudding. Get a pudding in your hair. You know what I'm saying, mate?
I know what you're saying.
I know what you're saying.
Continue.
So this episode was written by Eileen King.
Wow.
Wow.
And Brian M. Holdman. Icons.
Wow.
Icons. We thank them. We love them. This episode came out on August 27th, 2013. So happy birthday to all the August 27th babies, including Kim Petras.
We love Kim Petras so much. I have Feed the Beast.
Whoop-ah.
I have Feed the Beast on vinyl. We're listening to it.
Oh.
I love her.
Happy birthday, Aaron Paul, King of Breaking
Okay.
Bad.
Oh
others.
oh
was
my
thinking
God.
of Logan
I was
Paul.
really thinking of Logan or Jake. When you were like
Love
King,
them.
I was like, oh really? But Aaron Paul, no, we do love
Yes.
and Todd, BoJack Horseman.
Of course.
Of course.
Todd and BoJack Horseman. Happy birthday to Alexa Penavega, otherwise known as Carmen from Spy Kids.
Wow.
Important.
And Sleepover?
And Sleepover, of course. Mulbrook. And Brie Larson.
Wow.
Brie Larson's
There you go.
movie. Incredible stuff. Happy birthday to an R.I.P. Paul Rubens, Pee-wee himself. Former President Lyndon B. Johnson.
Okay.
HBD.
Okay.
Patrick J. Adams, happy birthday.
Oh my God!
Wow.
PLL birthday.
PLL birthday.
And he was like a good character because he had a cameo in season 1 as one of
Yes.
Ezra's friends. And I think he was like, you trying to fuck this student? That's
Oh,
right. Like, I
that's
think he
good.
was like good.
But he was
There was a
also
reason.
like flirting with her.
Yeah.
Remember?
Look,
Right.
the bar is really low.
Yeah.
Like even like last time when we said Jake's kind of also a pedo, but he's like a better one. Like the bar,
He's
it's like there's
closer.
nuance to
Closer
what
in
we're
age.
talking about.
Yeah.
And then final birthday to Mario. Baby, you should let me love
Oh.
you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. Important.
Oh, baby, good love and protection.
Oh, make me your selection. Ooh, the riffs.
That is
beautiful.
the karaoke song.
It is
That is the karaoke
And
song.
if you don't reenact the thing from the film clip with the
1,
1,
2,
2,
Mm.
What are you
don't-
doing?
Who are you and why are you here? Get out. Get
Oh.
out
Get
of the
out.
swamp.
Leave right
Give
now.
me track.
It's the end of you and me. It's too late. And I can't wait for you to be gone if you don't do that. Okay, now everyone, it is time to guess.
Speaking of music.
Speaking of music.
Oh my gosh.
What was the number 1 song on August 27th, 2013? Dale, Hayley, was it the former reigning champion for many, many weeks? Bloodlines.
Song of the summer.
Yeah.
Robin Thicke
Better
featuring
not
T.I.
be.
and Pharrell. Was it Burn by Ellie Goulding? Or was it Royals by Lorde?
Okay, I do think it's still going to be Blurred Lines, but I'm sick of it and I'm bored of myself. I'm going to back Royals by Lorde.
Bringing an important male perspective, I'm going with Blurred Lines.
Yeah, well, it has to be represented.
Okay. Well, guess what?
What?
My, how the tables have turned. Because in the last episode, Hayley, you stuck with Bloodlines and you went with Royals, and
Wow.
now you swapped. And unfortunately, Hayley, you're wrong again. It
No!
is Bloodlines.
Wow.
Why
Is
would
this-
you do that? Why would you do that to me? Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Well,
Is this Australian chart?
Why would you do that? I was so excited.
I would be such a good judge on like American Idol.
That's
You
true.
really
you would
would
be
be.
a great or a
Host.
judge on anything. A MasterChef judge.
Oh,
if anyone's watching and needs booking,
I'm
Ash
good
is
at
a good judge.
I'm good at flipping the script and intrigue and stuff.
How the turntables.
How the turntables. My.
That
how
was
the
very impressive. That got a big reaction from me. I really thought I had that one.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
okay.
Everybody loved Blurred Lines.
Unfortunate.
This whole year. Look, it's got a grip on us.
And it had tits in the film clip. Like it had
True.
beautiful women in the it had Emily Ratajkowski and others.
And others. And we wish them well.
We wish them a Merry Christmas.
We wish them a Merry.
All right, well we learned nothing from this. Great.
Hayley,
Nothing's changed.
Can you please tell us what Australian streaming service Stan has to say about this episode?
Australian streaming service Stan says, in the shocking summer finale, a quest leads to Ravenswood.
Oh!
Time to make Ravenswood happen.
Oh, and then not because they canned it after a season.
Now, we covered the pilot on our Patreon.
Yes.
So if you want to listen to that, head over to our Patreon. And eventually we're going to do the finale as well, I think. We're not going to do the whole thing because
Come on, people.
we're just not doing it. But we will watch the finale and cover that
Yes.
as well. It was wild. Anyway, so that was nice to have that context for
I've
this
seen
episode.
it. I was there. while
and
you
Dale
watched
was
it.
there.
I've seen it. I was there. I
I
promise
was there. I've seen it. I know what
You remember
it
it
is.
all too well.
Yeah, I know it's spooky. I know it's blue. It's a very
Yeah, it
blue
is.
place.
It's grey and blues.
Very blue. Double D, double die.
You know why? Because if they had any kind of sepia toning, we would think it was a flashback.
Exactly.
So they got to take all the saturation out.
They got to take it away.
It's so we'll get into the color grade later. It's so funny. What do the 12-year-olds say?
Okay, it's time to hear from them. The girls, who
The
of
girls.
course write the Wikipedia episode descriptions. The Liars receive a package containing 4 magic 8-balls bearing their names, with a message that if Ashley goes free, A will come after them. Ashley goes free from jail after Travis convinced the police she didn't do it. Meanwhile, Arya gets closer with Ezra after a meeting. The Liars receive another package containing a child-sized coffin which contains a doll resembling Mona, followed by a text that A will hurt Mona and set the Liars up. The Liars later receive one last package containing a saw with a threatening message written on it saying a girl will disappear. After some quick research, the girls decide that A's leading them to a magic show in nearby Ravenswood.
Of course it's nearby.
Of course.
Draw that map.
Draw that
Dale,
map.
draw
Get
that
that
map.
map.
Draw that in the map. That's Andrew Cunanan, and Dale's going to draw us a fictional map. When they arrive, Arya is chosen to be a volunteer for a magic trick. When Hannah and Spencer are distracted by this trick, A kidnaps Emily! The Liars follow Redcoat and discover that Emily is trapped in a coffin that is heading straight for a giant saw.
That's fucked.
It is fucked.
That's Bond villain.
While the Liars seem to be unable to open the coffin in time, Redcoat stops the saw and saves Emily. The girls then notice that there are 2 red coats. 1 cup. Spencer chases the one that saved Emily outside while Arya gets into fisticuffs with the other who is wearing an Allison mask.
Fisticuffs, I feel like really underplays what happened.
Like fist of feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Foot fetish.
Someone's got it.
Jake.
Arya hits Redcoat in the face, knocking off her mask and revealing Cece Drake. Cece gets knocked off from the platform where Cece and Arya have been fighting on.
That was Gagu.
Giggle. She lies motionless, presumably dead. But when the Liars reach the spot where she fell, she had disappeared. Spencer leads the girls to a lair she believes is A's, where she has been led by the second red coat. She believes it was Allison because she is helping the girls. Toby finds out Melissa brought Ren with her to London. He follows Shana while she meets Mona at a hotel and delivers some information. Okay.
It's good.
The girls do some digging and find evidence that suggests the owner of the lair is a man. When the girls find out that the lair owner, whom they believe is A, has also been following Allie and thinks she will be at the Rosewood celebration taking place that night, the Liars decide that they should go find her before A does. Whew. On their way, the Liars are stopped by Mrs. Grunwald, who reveals that Allie is alive!
Huge.
Massive.
Massive. And Mrs. Grunwald saved her life. Someone was after Allie, and Allie was phoning Mrs. Grunwald, asking her to help find out who it was. On the night Allie, quote, died, end quote, Mrs. Grunwald had sensed Allie was in trouble and rescued her by pulling her up out of the soil where she had been buried alive.
Clairvoyant.
Allie was injured and in shock, so Mrs. Grunwald brought her to the hospital, where Allie disappeared when Grunwald went inside. Grunwald tells the Liars to get out of Ravenswood as soon as possible because he is watching them and he hopes that the Liars will bring him to Allison.
That was very good.
Yeah, that was Gagu.
We'll get there, but that was Gagu.
Caleb gets on the bus for Ravenswood to hack into the computers in A's lair, and the Liars decide that they should go to the memorial party no matter what. A man is shown watching the girls and he walks into the lair, exposing his identity.
Pedo.
Ezra Pedophile Fitzgerald!
That. We'll save it. We'll save it.
Holy
We'll save it.
guacamole.
It's such a good episode.
It's
Big.
And then a ending where A dresses up as a World War I era as creepy music plays.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yes, right.
This is one of the most important episodes in the whole show.
I completely agree. It's such a good one. I do remember watching this for the first time as well. And when Ezra pops in with he's got his collar popped, he's got a hat on, and he slams the cupboard.
He's angry.
Crazy.
He's
betrayal.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Okay, so this episode kicks off. We are at Diet House Hastings.
Of course.
They're watching the local news. There's a lot of local news in this episode.
Yes,
so
there is.
that's
True.
So sometimes I wrote that down and sometimes I didn't, but they're kind of talking about like Wilden and the suspects.
Talking about the Wilden case, I believe,
Yep.
and how Ashley Marin has been released, maybe, or she's about to be. I can't remember.
They are wearing clothes that each have so many prints. There's a lot of Aztec prints. It's so, which I would have loved at the time, but there's prints. There's a lot of prints
It's
everywhere.
giving prints.
It's giving prints.
Print.
And a lot of big chunky
Print.
necklaces.
Oh, of course.
Everyone's really dressed like a real housewife.
Yes.
Ooh, the girls.
The girls.
The girls.
The girls. And then
Then-
Ding Dong Bell.
Sounds like that exactly. A ding dong bell, because that's what goes off.
It is that.
Because there is a package for the girls. And what is in that goddamn box? It's magic 8 balls with each of their names on them. And there's a note that says, if she gets free, you'll hear from me. A.
Kisses A.
We love when there's a rhyme.
Wait, but the crazy thing here is, so they all open, each of them get a ball, and one ball is if she goes free. The next ball is you'll hear from me. The next ball is kisses. The next ball is A. Imagine if they did kisses, you'll hear from me, A, if she goes free.
Well, that's it. I'm like, how do they know what order to read these in?
It was lucky.
It's a
A
lot of,
is, and we've said this, sorry Dale, but A is you are lucky a lot.
Yeah,
A is
'cause you are
lucky
A.
a
A
lot
is
with
lucky.
time.
And A is, I wrote, this is insane merch. A has a lot of production value when making these bespoke magic 8 balls.
Yes.
This is so much money going into A.
Well, we learned that they have an LLC
That's
in this
true.
episode,
That's
right?
true,
Which is
yeah.
Which I did love. Like, I
Yeah.
do love that they're like, they have a business and Cece's been to business school. So finally we're giving some
Only
like,
people who have been to business school can ever produce
Have a
it.
business.
exactly.
of
All our
course.
ABNs are fucked.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, sidebar, I should not be allowed to have a business, to be honest.
You
But my ABN,
have one.
I don't know what
You're already
business.
doing it.
it's
Call an adult's a business.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not literally, we don't have
Call
a
it.
call
We
an
don't
adult
have-
business.
no,
we
we
just have a
don't.
Oh,
Patreon.
no,
We have to look at.
LLC.
LLC, PTY LTD.
So does that
We don't have LLCs here, right?
insinuate?
PTY.
Yeah.
True.
It's like an I learned it from Real Housewives.
Point
LLC.
is, if you're a local accountant out there who wants to help me understand how to do my taxes, help me.
My
Now-
mum could have helped you.
Oh,
She's retired now. She's living her life.
Fuck.
She's a great accountant though.
Yeah, is A LLC or whatever the business making money that they're using on?
I think
Props?
that
It's a really great quest.
I think that I know the answer, and we can't say because
Yeah.
spoilies.
Oh,
but
okay,
maybe
okay,
off
okay.
pod I tell you.
All right.
I'll tell you what's
Save it for later.
Save it for later.
Spencer, I wrote World War A in all caps because I guess Spencer says that A wants to start World War A, and I thought that was funny and cute.
That's good.
Yep. Then we have a hot lineup of Ashley Marin lookalikes featuring, of
Now
course,
this
Ashley
is just a
Marin.
dream that we would like.
It's
so
true.
At La Policia Station, Stazione, Travis is looking at a lineup of a bunch of auburn-haired MILFs.
Mills.
I wrote MILFs for plural of MILF.
Yeah.
As I said on the last episode, I watched these with friend of the pod, Ali Sheehan, and Ashley Marin, of course, iconic Laura Leighton. Ali said, do you think that they just got all the other women that auditioned for this
It
part?
felt, honestly,
Yeah.
there was one next to her that felt that way.
Yeah.
But also this is season 4, so we're a long way away
Yeah,
from.
maybe.
But also they just call them up who's a hot auburn-haired woman. And so I
Yeah.
do. That
I
could
guess
be
the police in Rosewood have been out there rounding up all the MILFs
hot.
of town.
Yeah.
Well, we do know that the in terms of population of the town, it's mostly MILFs and like hot queer girls.
Yes,
and,
and
then pedophile men.
attractive young
Yes.
pedophilic policemen.
Mm-hmm.
Policia.
La policia.
Then
Dr. Beat. Emergency. Travis looks at all these hot chicks and goes, I can't do this.
Yeah, he's like, I don't think I can do this.
Because they're hot.
he's getting performance anxiety.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't fuck
So
any
he
of
leaves.
them.
So
I have to fuck all of these women? And they're like, no.
No. And he's like, I can't
I
do
don't
it.
think I can.
He's like, I just wanked on my way here.
and they're like, we don't want you to. We're asking you to identify the
Stop.
suspect, like the woman in this case.
He's
And
like, I did that
I can't
thing.
fuck them all. Oh my God.
I did that thing where you're going on a date and you wank ahead of time so that you're not nervous.
And
know?
it didn't help.
And it didn't
didn't help.
because he didn't need to fuck him. He needed to pick which one was the woman that
You
he
weren't
saw.
there to root. In Ezra's classroom, he's teaching them about the Tempest and he's talking about love and he's really looking at Aria, which we hate.
Is it The Tempest or A Midsummer Night's Dream?
He says the Tempest.
Why did I think of Ms. Hyde?
It might be.
Maybe he's mixing up his.
That's not the point. The point is that he's.
It's the fucking point.
It's the.
He definitely mentions the Tempest, but yeah, I don't know what
Yeah.
they're talking about.
Maybe they're talking.
Midsummer
I
Night's
think
Dream kind of makes more sense.
I
but
don't. Look, hey guys, let's not fight.
I want to fight.
We can't.
Please, I'm stuck in the middle.
Dale, moderate.
Don't fight.
No,
Stop
well,
fighting.
we have to listen to him. He is A after all.
That's true.
He's gonna like kill us or something.
You'll get a text tonight that says, "Don't fight." Hey.
Kisses.
Kisses.
Hey.
Kisses. Don't fight. Good night.
Yeah.
Kisses.
Kisses. Hey.
What does that mean?
Then while this is happening, he and Arya just eye fucking the whole time.
And then at the end, he's like, Miss Mummery. Miss Mummery.
Miss Memory.
Miss Mummery. He says,
Miss Mummery.
Miss Mummery.
Malagda.
He says, Miss Montgomery, can you stay back? And I'm like, ew. I don't know why like saying like the full name is like weird as well.
Yuck.
Also, okay, Arya in this scene is wearing like a Hannah outfit. It's really weird. She's wearing a pink and white crochet dress, so like a pink base with like white crochet over the top. And then she's wearing a white thick knit cardigan with kind of pink stripes. It's a bit jock like college vibe. Like
Yeah,
It's
like
just
a, like
really
a
not-
tennis outfit almost. or
yeah,
something.
yes, actually that's perfect. It's like Hampton's tennis. It's just really not her. It's
not
a
in her
Hannah
character.
outfit.
Ugh.
I don't know what that's about.
I don't
She
know
calls
either.
Ezra a friend. And
She
he
friend zones
makes
him.
sad.
Yes. She's
It's
like,
crazy for your high school girlfriend when you're an adult to be like, I'm here to be a friend to you. Like that's this dynamic
We're not
fucked up.
fuck.
together anymore.
my next note just says Ashley and Caleb, beautiful angels. I think that's again about Ashley Marin and Caleb. Like he visits her in prison, jail, wherever
I think
she
just
is.
la policia.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because here I wrote, who's the cute boy in the white jacket and the thick accent? He doesn't have a thick accent, but he's wearing a white denim jacket and it is nice.
Well,
he
in the
did
last episode.
Exactly.
Yeah, come along, little doggy, or whatever.
Come along.
Thick accent.
I think what was it? Hey there, little
Oh,
doggy.
hey, little
Come
doggy,
along,
whatever.
little doggy is.
Hey there,
is
little
Get him
dog.
worse.
Giddy up, little doggy.
Oh, giddy up, little doggy, maybe.
You'd think.
come
Yeah.
along,
Hey.
giddy up, little doggy.
Come on, doggy.
Come along, little doggy.
Come along, little doggy.
Hey, little doggy, why don't you come along, giddy up,
Why'd you
little
come
doggy?
along?
Just get
My
along.
boots good, baby.
Drive a make a race. Then Ashley Marin is free. We
The
love.
DA, there's like a DA
Wow.
that comes out of nowhere. She tells Ashley the charges are dropped. Oh,
Oh.
my God.
Oh my
Caleb gives
God.
Travis like a kind and knowing nod
Mm.
that men do.
Can you do one for us now, Dale?
And then can you
Beautiful.
do one to both of us as well? Oh,
Oh,
I feel
I
free.
guess it's like
Yeah.
I feel
that,
respected.
that TV show / movie nod
Mm.
where they're nodding so small that nobody could ever really see the nod
Yep.
yeah.
from that distance.
Tiny nod.
But everyone's like,
It's very HBO to me. It's like just it's like a it's such a TV thing to be like.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd be like,
tiniest nod.
Ash, I love you. I just let you know that it's all
Or a
cool.
big thumbs
Oh
up.
my God, are you all good?
I'm free. I'm free from
Anyway.
jail.
Ciao.
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 Ciao. Mama.
See ya.
Mama.
Be Italian. Then I've
Oh,
written
this
also.
episode's gonna be good.
Oh, this episode's gonna be
That's
good.
crazy.
It already is. Spoiler alert, already is. So because Ashley's free, then I've written, CC time. Or whoever it is.
CC time.
CC time. At this
CC
point,
time.
all we know is we've seen CC in both the Red Scroat and the Black Hood. So I was like, okay, must be her. She's coming to get him. Then I wrote, Toe Berkey not replying to Spencer's calls. In all caps.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Spencer is on the phone. She's called Toby a bunch of times.
Yes.
Yes.
Like just repeatedly.
He not
I also
answering.
I have a note that Emily calls a terrorist, and
Oh,
it made
yeah.
me laugh, and it's
Yeah.
true.
It is true.
I don't know. I think she's like, he's a terrorist, and
'Cause
I'm
there's,
like,
like a little page in Emily's scene where
That's all I
Just
wrote for it.
chatting.
Couldn't tell you fucking a thing
and
about it.
Paige is like,
Don't
you
need
can come stay at my house. And that's-
Oh, true. That is important. Yeah, because we don't like being at the creepy crawly space.
No, with the knitting.
Even
needle
we don't want to be at
holes.
the De Laurenti house before the crawl space, to be honest.
Mm. That weird fucking place, not at all.
Not good.
Then-
Is Mum's still just living there?
I think so. Yeah.
Which is not good for her mental,
no.
for mental H.
Or her physical. If she wants to get fucked in that tight sweater that she knitted.
Yeah.
You know.
True.
A tight sweater.
Don't have someone stabbing holes in the floor. Next, we basically are being told that Ashley and Pastor Ted are off to fucking suck.
Okay, so we get a
Yeah.
real like
And-
kiss me.
Yeah.
Ashley Marin descends down the stairs, which we love those stairs.
Oh.
In a sexy black dress, and all the
Sexy
girls,
black dress.
sexy black dress, just fun my madness. All the girls, the 4 girls, are there, and they're like, "You look so beautiful." And Hannah says, Pastor Ted may have the patience of a saint, but he's still a man. And I'm like, that's your mum.
That's your
Absolutely.
mum.
That's your mum. I hope you put some condoms in her bag.
I almost wish I had. My parents are like cool, but like I wish almost I had that kind of cool relationship with my parents where I could say something like that, where I'm like, no.
It's such
It's
an
very.
odd
They
thing
would
to
be
say to
like,
your mum.
don't say that, and I would be like, I agree, sorry, but
I-
they're different.
Your
They're
mum
like
getting
cool. I
railed
feel
by
like
a
you're kind of
pastor.
cool with your parents.
I started from a young age actively trying to make them uncomfortable
Yes.
by bringing up their sexuality with each other in a way. So then that way, if they couldn't ever make me feel embarrassed.
Yes, I think that's really smart and proactive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's great.
You're on top of
It's
it.
great. Every time it's my dad's birthday, I go, it looks like you're getting some tonight. And he'll laugh so much. I'll be like, stop. And mum
My
will be-
dad would love that.
and my mum will, like, if he's not in the room, will be like, it's still not happening. It's very funny to me.
Wow.
Still not happening.
Still not happening. And I'm like, you guys must have at least done it twice to make 2 children.
At least.
So
That's not happening.
so-
not even on the birthday.
not on the birthday.
So Lisa Vanderpump joke vibes.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
always like, oh, on his birthday, okay.
Mm.
Anyway,
Anyway, she's getting railed tonight.
she's
by the
getting
Getting
way.
railed.
God, we hope so.
And speaking of railed, the exact opposite of that energy, a child's coffin
yes.
Oh, yeah.
is mailed to the house.
They're getting so many enormous packages.
The props are
Everyone's
getting
waddling in like with
bigger
an enormous...
and bigger.
The delivery fee on that, the courier
Oh,
fee,
oh.
like again, the LLC.
They
We'll
don't
crack
seem
into
to
that
have
fast.
any like
Tax deductible.
stuff on them, so maybe A's dropping them off personally.
That's true.
Maybe A's making them from scratch. We know that A's crafty.
Also, that's true because I did say like, is A going to like a child coffin shop and being like, I need a coffin, buying probably 2 just in case.
Just in case one gets fucked up.
Yes.
Yeah, like, there's so much work.
It's so this, and you're doing such a great job. Of
And you're
being
doing
A.
amazing.
Maybe we
like
really need to
we know
respect
it's
A a little
hard.
bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, we respect you, Dad.
It has a monodole in it.
It does.
Yeah.
And then the note with it says, Hannah won, so Mona loses. Find her before the cops or they'll think you killed her.
Oh my God.
Terrifying. And then we have a breaking news flash on. And it says, suspect sketch. And it's just clearly CC. Like it's
exactly.
exactly CC's face.
It is a perfect sketch of Vanessa Ray.
Absolutely. Whoever did it, beautiful.
Great
Beautiful.
job.
Did you draw that, Dale?
No.
Cool.
Well, you could have, and it
Otherwise,
would have been just as good
Yeah.
because you're an artistic
I got it on
genius.
it.
I also wrote in that same sentence, Mona is not at Radley anymore.
Yes,
so
we-
I guess Hannah says that.
We also find the information.
Oh no, they call.
Yeah, somebody's on them.
Yes. And they're like, oh my God, Mona's not there. So they're like, oh my God, where is she? We don't know. But has she been checked out? Has she been transferred to another facility? They won't tell her. They won't give that information. We don't know. Then we cut to.
Oh wait, I just want to say Hannah has a line.
Ooh.
I think they all kind of disperse, like they all are like delegating and dispersing maybe in this
Yes.
scene. And I really like that because I like when they let us in on the plan. And so I think it's like they're going there, and then I think Ari goes, oh, I better cancel on Jake tonight because they're gonna have a date tonight, BT Dubs. And then Hannah goes, you know what A is capable of. Keep Jet Li as close as you can.
Yes, I love that.
And I like because I'm like Jake is.
An
He's like-
asset.
And they will be like, I think in the last episode with the hay truck, they were like, bring Jake out here as well, I think.
Yeah. He's got his taekwondo skills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some kind of
martial
art.
art.
He's a martial
Anyway,
artist.
so I just wanted to call that out because it's a good quote. And
Important.
it's also
I guess
true.
they're all kind of splitting off with their significant others.
Yeah, there
think
is a
so.
scene where we see them all asleep in the arms of their lovers.
I love watching movies.
Watching movies.
Well-
except for
well, of
Jake,
Some of
course-
them
who's
watching
asleep.
movies.
Spencer, of course, doesn't fall asleep in that scene because Spencer doesn't sleep. As
Oh,
well.
and just for context, because it doesn't matter, but earlier in this episode, I think after Arya talks to Ezra, she then gets a call from Jake, or Jake calls her, and she's like, yeah, we can hang out tonight. We can go to like there's something going on at the brew, like a poetry reading. And then she
yes.
goes, oh, no, we can just do dinner and a movie. That's fine. And it's so like, oh, this episode's about that he is not,
Compatible with
they're
her.
not compatible, which is
all
like,
the
fuck
ways.
off. Anyway, so that's just some context for what's going to happen later. Okay.
Important. Then we find out that Spencer is snooping around Ren's house and it has been packed up. Why do we get to there? I don't know why we decided to look in Ren's house. Oh, because they're looking for Mona and they're like, well,
Yeah.
Ren is a doctor at Radley. Let's go to see if we can find Ren and see where he's at.
I'm glad you were confused because I literally have Spencer at Ren's house. He lives in a full ass house, I guess.
and there's
Because
nothing
they
in
call
there.
it an apartment, I swear, or someone called it like it's written in the wiki as an apartment, and I'm like, this is a house. Is
This
he a
is a
share
house.
house? I guess he's a doctor.
He's got a full-on
It
stoop.
is, yeah. It's like a full, like,
It's a full
kind
house.
of, yeah.
It's beautiful.
I would want to
like a
live in like,
brownstone.
personally in this town and in this context, I would want to live in like a lock-up apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm a house person here in Melbourne.
But I guess we've seen from Ezra's place and Cece in the previous episode,
True, can't help you.
someone can be right outside your door.
True. I just want as
Ear-pressed.
little corners to check as possible.
I think Toby's got it made up in the loft above the brew because
I like that.
You get the treats, you get the
True.
sweets,
Yes.
and you snoop on the people
Mm.
just right underneath you.
Now, it does make sense to me that he lives in the loft because there is a scene later where he goes from his house downstairs and is in a coffee
Yes.
shop, and I was like, I don't know.
I
what's going
forgot
on.
about that detail because I also have a note about that.
Important. Then we see that Spencer's. She looks inside. She sees basically an empty house with some moving boxes and a couple suitcases. Then she's like, huh. And she goes to leave, and then we cut inside the apartment, house, whatever it is, and Shauna is in there.
Oh,
And then Spencer sees a figure and looks, and Shauna's like hiding against the wall. It's like, what are you doing in Ezra's? I mean, in what friend's
And
house?
she sees Jenna's old car.
Yes.
right.
Which-
The blue sort of
Yes.
old school car.
Yep.
It's a nice car.
Nice car.
Nice car. Then I've written Jackie tell the girls about Mona. Called
Oh.
her that morning. Oop. Who is Jackie?
Okay.
Well,
So
is this
Jackie
they
Molina-
go to French club?
they go to French club.
I thought it was Jackie Molina, who of course looks like that meme of Miley Cyrus, and I was like, "Why is she here?"
To which we say, send my love to the Italians.
Of course. Send my love to the
I've written
French, I
Cunty
guess.
Jackie makes send my love to the French. It's Europe.
Yeah.
Every time you
Europe.
come on, Europe.
Beautiful Europe.
It's Europe.
Cunty Jackie makes Emily and Paige speak French to find Mona. Yeah, so they walk into this French club and Jackie is like not letting up on the French. It's like,
No.
and she's very good. And then Emily speaks a bit of French. She's like, I learned a bit of French in Haiti. And then eventually Paige goes, cut the crap, Jackie.
Which we love.
And then Jackie does cut the crap. She says, time oot.
Time
That's
out.
all. So she's
Time oot.
Canadian, which we love. We love an oot.
This,
love an oot.
whenever there's a Canadian moment in PLL, we must
I
salute.
love a oot scootin' baby.
My oot's
getting
getting baby.
babies,
We love.
Johnny
Send my love
Cash.
to the Canadians.
Mm.
I think we have a lot
Oh.
of Canadian listeners, so shout out.
We do.
To
We
all
love
of you.
you.
I would love to visit your beautiful country one day.
Me too. Next, we go to Shauna downstairs in the brew. No.
Toby's looking through a box of memories about his mum.
Okay. I've written tuberculosis cries as he looks through a box of stuff he gave his mum.
I wrote in all caps, Turberky go through old shit. Turberky go through old shit, comma, sad, comma, ignores Spencer's calls.
Mm-hmm.
He's thinking about his mum. It's like cards he wrote his mum that are
It's
just
so
like, I love
classic
you.
stuff of like a locket with like a baby and his mum, like, which I assume the baby is him.
We can only assume.
We
got
can
We don't know who that
Information.
baby is
Who is
and where
that
that baby is from
That's
and who
true.
and where,
Could be a
what,
trick.
why.
Is that baby you? Is it
Are
baby
you the baby?
Are you out there?
Are you out there, baby?
You're
you
the
out
baby.
there, baby?
Don't come
Out there,
me,
baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Toby said. Okay, and
Oh,
then
okay,
because-
so this is why I wrote Turberky was upstairs at the brew doing that. Because
He comes downstairs and is in a cafe.
yes, so he leaves. He goes downstairs from his crying, and he
From his
sees
crying.
downstairs as he lives above the brew.
Yes.
He sees Shauna there, and she's like leaving as he gets there, and she drops something,
Yeah.
and
That's
then
messy. Don't drop stuff.
don't drop stuff.
Which
I'll be
is so
dropping.
Shauna because she sucks. I don't know.
She flopped. She drops
Is
and she
this-
flopped.
Do you think it's a legitimate drop or is it like a tricky thing to get him to look at them?
I reckon it's a legitimate drop because she seemed like she was kind of flustered, and
Yeah.
she saw that
Flop.
Spencer was looking for her, and she's kind of like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
It's a drop flop.
Yeah, it's a drop flop. Oh, Deborah,
Deborah.
everybody loves me. Of course, he said in every episode.
That's so him.
And what she has dropped is some kind of shipping thing where she's basically sending things to Ren at his address, which is Melissa's apartment. He and Melissa are living together in England.
Ah.
That's Gagoo.
It's gagoo.
That's Gagoo information.
You really, I like, which obviously I don't, but you really got to know your stuff because they just show an address and
It's hard to
imply
ascertain that information
imply that it means something.
from that.
And it means a lot.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
big detail.
It's big.
My next note says Toberky apologize and make up.
Yes, he goes to Spencer's house and shows her the paper, and then on the news in the background, which is always Cece is now identified and wanted.
Makes
for-
sense based off the sketch that
questioning.
looked exactly like her.
Which,
They've
yeah,
gone
you'd see
from-
that sketch and you'd be like, oh, it's her that works at Diva Dish.
It's the diva
It's
from
like, oh, it's
Diva
the Diva
Dish.
Dish
It's the diva who
woman.
dishes herself.
Ooh, get dish diva.
Good. Cece Drake.
CC Diva Dish Drake.
Cece Diva Dish Drake. Triple
So
D.
triple D. She's got triple D's. Then we cut to Fair house, the Montgomery home, and Arya and Jake are having their date. And of course, because as is Andrew Cunanan, the only thing you can watch on a TV in Rosewood is an ad for Insidious 2 or a black and white film.
Yep.
And so, of course, they're watching a black and white film.
And guess who's rightfully asleep? And I'm going to defend this man to the death.
Jake.
It's Jake. Because he runs a small business. He's with his girlfriend who's given him nothing. I just mean in general, And then he's watching some old movie.
He has a good explanation where she's like, oh my God, he fell asleep. And he's like, a long day and a good meal. It gets me every time.
And that's you.
And that's true. I'll fall asleep on the couch watching something that I love.
He will.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't necessarily
and it's
mean
like a
that he's
sign of
not
intimacy.
cool.
I like it. Also, I would
Yeah.
find it very cute if, like, especially in those early days of dating. I think that's like very cute.
It's very, I think it's very nice because it shows that he doesn't care, but he's trying for her.
Yes. And also, he
And
feels
he feels
safe enough
comfortable.
to fall asleep in her presence.
Exactly.
I love
And
tucking
then
someone in.
she-
you know?
psychotically says, and she needs to go to a doctor for this. She's too young to have this kind of caffeine addiction that I have.
Oh, yeah.
Calling
She
out,
says
call a doctor.
he wakes and so he's like, oh, it gets me every time. And then she's like, I can make you a coffee. And I'm like, are you well? Let the man sleep. Like, what
That's
is wrong
crazy.
with you? He's
So
allowed.
like, you sure you don't want to stay awake and watch?
It's 9 p.m.
this
Can we also
movie
say-
from the
What's
30s?
wrong with you?
The reason his small business is physical activity.
Literally.
He's
He
physically
runs
burning
a
calories
kung fu
all
business?
day. That's
Yeah.
how
Is
he's
that his
sexy.
business? Wow.
He literally runs martial arts.
Wow.
Still.
He's been working all day,
Yeah.
comes over. She's like, I'm going to put on
Borzoi
Battleship
movie.
Potemkin or whatever we're watching.
Yeah.
And
And then he accidentally has a little kip. He falls asleep.
He has
Because he
away.
feels he trusts and he has had a big meal or something.
And he just wants to get some rest in. And then it's like the second he falls asleep, she's like, well, I guess we can't be soulmates then.
Yeah, I guess if you're asleep, you can't groom me. So
she hate my movies.
You must be awake to groom me. Then she goes to the brew, I guess. What? Has she just left him sleeping there?
no, he goes home.
He goes, oh, that's
yeah,
right, that's right. Okay.
I think he's like, I'll have a good sleep.
Great.
Then she is begging to be found. This
Okay.
thing of like when she goes to the brew again, Dear Evan
Dear Evan
Hansen,
Hansen,
like
you will
this
be
is that
found.
Ezra thing of like those two want to be found at the brew. Because when I'm like sad, I just am in my house. I don't want to be in public. These two, they want to be found.
At
She
the
goes to
brew.
like a poetry reading or whatever she wanted, but they're packing up. She missed it.
Mm.
And Ezra's there and she's like, was there any good poetry? And he's like, oh, somebody said something and it reminded me of your thing about the thing.
And then it was like I thought it was a poem you wrote about
Yeah.
Ali, and she's like, huh.
Why is he thinking about Ali? Why is all... Anyway, it's...
And then this is where we get
Cringo.
that montage of all the couples kind of like connecting.
Well, I do say here, I guess that we've already said, but I'm like, they bond over the old movie or whatever. Surprisingly, Arya's interests are all the thing Ezra has groomed her into liking.
Bing,
Say that.
wrong.
Because
Say
it's
it.
Sounds
like, that's
like
why
that.
she likes all those things.
Yes, of
That's his life.
course.
That
Fuck.
Yeah.
male perspective.
That's
Male perspective at last.
At
On the pod.
last.
Filling in the gaps.
Truth is being
Finally,
told.
someone says something good.
We, the women, too dumb to have these good opinions. Finally, the man fills them in.
The man fills us in.
Dale.
Like a news segment.
And now, to the man.
Did you notice Ezra is a pedophile?
Whoa, wait, we
Interesting.
never noticed.
Whoa.
Haley, we're such flops we never noticed.
We've never said.
Then, Haleb have fallen
Also,
asleep
Emily
in
and
the
Paige
car.
are also watching a black and white movie.
What?
Which
I didn't,
Andrew Cunanan.
I didn't even clock that.
I didn't even see.
Hey.
That's amazing.
Na,
Hey,
na, 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 na.
then
Also, there's a
none of
Marcia
you.
Clark book on Spencer's coffee table, which Marcia Clark is like from the people like from the O.J. Simpson
Yes,
case, right?
yeah.
Ah.
Because I
Sarah
love the
Paulson's
people-
character, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Marcia Clark.
Important.
Yes.
So they're all falling asleep in their lover's arms, or in Spencer's case, of course, just looking up because she doesn't sleep.
Intense.
And then we have the horrific moment where we think we're just going to cut back to Arya and Ezra chatting,
Oh,
and she
yeah.
just kisses him.
Kisses.
Just lunges in
Goes
his
crazy.
face.
And then immediately goes back to like laughing and being like, because she kind of kisses and then it has a bit of like a, oh,
Oh, what have I done?
Uh-huh.
And they just keep talking.
and then they just keep
That
chatting.
was crazy, guys. Just
Uh-oh.
quickly, Triv.
Okay.
Okay, so there.
Breaking news.
This is breaking news. So the DA at the start of this episode is just like a lovely woman, and she's not Victoria Slastings, Veronica Hastings.
Congratulations, you're off.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it's like, I don't think I've seen this DA, and she's specific looking.
Are you about to say?
And then I just wrote that Marcia Clark thing as a joke because I saw the name Marcia Clark. I'm like, I know that name. I need to I think it's OJ. I need a fact check. And I forgot to fact check. So I was doing that while you guys were talking.
Hayley.
And then when I saw the picture of her, I was like, I think looks like, because she has like a Mulebrook, looks like the DA. And then she has 3 credits on IMDb. The Fix, OJ Made in America, and Pretty Little Liars.
Wow.
Actually, she has more than that.
Wait.
Oh, no, as an actor, she only has 3. Animals, Makers, and Pretty Little Liars as Sydney Barnes.
Wow.
So she kind of had like a product placement.
She's like a DA in real life. What's her?
I think a prosecutor.
I thought what you were going to say was she was the real Marcia Clark, and that she was like, put my book in there.
Oh no, she
Yes.
like she is Marcia. Sorry, Marcia Clark played. Wait. Have I made that clear?
No.
Oh, sorry. Marcia Clark is in this episode. I did not make
That is what I thought you were going to.
Sorry.
That's what I thought. But also then we didn't.
We didn't
Marcia
establish
Clark
it.
had a cameo in this episode.
Marcia
Sorry, I
Clark
did make that
is
clear.
the DA, and then
Wow.
she said, "Put my book on Spencer's nightstand."
Yes.
That was her
That's
payment.
Crazy that's actual Marcia Clark.
That's so
crazy.
true.
I love that.
Because it is it the Rosewood DA just happens to look like Marcia Clark? Or
She just is.
she just is.
That's wild.
Anyway, so that was like insane for me to just, because I looked her up and then I'm like, oh, that
looks like that person.
looks like
That's
her.
amazing.
You can't miss her.
Wow.
Anyway.
I love this. I love that.
That was
Marcia Clark like that was a breaking news alert.
That was actually breaking news. What were you guys? You guys
We were
talking about how they
talking about
kissed?
Arya and
disgusting
Yeah.
and
That
red.
was kissing.
So, which I guess the point of that was meant to be how comfortable they are, because they just fully kiss and then it goes back to normal. And I guess the point is like nothing.
We just kissed and
Yeah.
went back to normal. And then Redcoat is looking on.
Redcoat's looking
Redcoat is cucking as always, and then
loves.
another package is delivered to I think the Slastings' home.
Yes.
and it is this like weird chest looking box.
I do
thing.
say that they're chatting in the lounge room with an open child's casket next to them. Because
Very
they
normal.
just leave all these props lying around the house.
I mean, where else can you put them? Our garage,
But then
Dale?
why are the other that's true.
Full of A.
But are the
Memorabilia?
parents aware at this stage about A?
No,
No.
So how are they not finding out?
I'm not gonna.
Well, these
Caskets?
parents, I'm not gonna lie, they are absentee
They are
parents.
and
absentee.
I don't mean to embarrass you, Dale, but it is the name of this fucking podcast.
That's true.
Call an adult, please.
How dare you disrespect us by not knowing that information?
I came on this pod, didn't know what it was. I wandered in off the street.
Running off the street. Also, I just realized that Marcia Clark thing and then us saying Andrew Cunanan show how much we love American Crime Story because I loved The People versus O.J. Simpson, and then Andrew Cunanan we learned about from the assassination of Gianni Versace. Gianni. Anyway, it's just the world of this is crazy.
Spencer
Here we
comes in with
learn-
another package.
Yes.
We learned something very important here. That
Spencer is a trained magician.
and won
Yeah.
top prize at a camp, which is very her.
Of course she did. There is a note that says inside the chest, she's like, no, we don't open it in normal way. She's like, let me
And she
try
feels
this.
it. She does like the.
Ooh, and she feels this like spinny thing on the top, and it like, fing, it all like comes open. It says, watch me make a girl disappear.
Kisses. A.
And I would just like to say, which, you know, we don't have time to get into, but in my recent trip to visit Dougie in LA, I did go
wanted-
to the Magic Castle.
Oh,
And I got
very
to see-
exciting.
Literally everything about it.
I got to see some magic,
Oh,
and it was enticing.
I love magic.
magic is
incredible.
cool.
I don't see a lot of it, but I do love it.
I don't see a lot of it. When
I don't
see it,
engage
like
a
it.
lot, but when I see
Or
it,
when
I like
you do,
it.
and that's why this episode is important.
I like watching it from a distance as well. I don't like when it's like someone. I don't like.
front of
I
you.
don't like being the mark. You know what I mean? I don't like my intelligence being insulted. Like I don't like knowing that I'm
You
a
feel
fool.
like it's a prank.
I don't like a prank.
Don't prank Hayley ever.
Don't do it.
Okay, if you're out there, don't prank her.
Don't do it. I feel like
next-
people are gonna prank me.
I think Spencer says A is putting on a magic show and she's going to make Mona disappear forever.
This is a big
Yeah, it's a
leap
deduction.
for me to be like A is because I did write that in all caps. A is putting on a magic show. I'm like, oh, I would just assume they're gonna abduct someone.
Yeah,
Like,
or saw someone in half.
Yeah.
yeah, which I guess we do get all three of these things. Gonk.
Gone.
Gonk.
And then, yeah, so Spencer knows so much about magic, which I love. We love that folded
I love
into
it when
her.
someone picks up a skill halfway through the series.
Yeah. And we just find out that
She's
this
had
is
it this whole time.
a fold in the many ripples of her personality.
Because I feel like there's a lot of magic in A's work, Dale.
Yeah, it's true.
So I feel like she could have been calling on this gift
Maybe.
earlier.
She should have been. They could have. It seems like she could be using some sleight of hand here and there.
Speaking of magic, it's Ravenswood time. We're going to Ravenswood. We see that Shauna has left, I think Toberky or Caleb, one of them.
Toby is watching, and then
Yes.
the blue car screeches out.
Toberky being
Yes.
cuck outside Mona's house being like, well, if she's home, I'll just stake it out here. So then
Yep.
that way if she comes, leaves the house, I can, and he sees Shauna's car leaving. He's like, I'm going to follow her.
We get stock footage of a highway.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's like a real miss for the
Yeah.
show. It's very out of place.
It really is. We've never seen highways because
But-
these small towns, as we know from your map soon,
Yeah.
they are
No
Pending.
highway. I guess
TBA,
now we know
TBD.
there's a big highway between
It is context.
Ravenswood and Rosewood.
It is context. Something big coming. Map.
Woo! Then-
Also,
The immediate shift in color grading.
Mm-hmm.
we love it.
Were you
So
about to say?
we're in Ravenswood. And we're going to the Great
blue.
Charlemagne's magic show.
Oh,
Naturally. The Great Charlemagne.
Of course, so
it's the
great.
Great Charlemagne. It's like when Faust was at the Founders Festival or the Harvest Festival or whatever.
Of course.
It's the Great Charlemagne.
Of
So
course.
everyone get around the Great Charlemagne.
So great.
I love.
Immediately, once we get into Ravenswood, everything is
everyone's creepy.
desaturated. Everyone's creepy. Very tall man alert. Huge
Big man.
I wrote an unfortunate looking man is watching them. I'm so, I like because it's a character
Well,
actor.
he's been
meant to
hired
look
for his
funny.
unfortunate
Yeah, he's like
look.
really tall and he's kind of like he's looking at them in a way that's very.
And they've obviously done it to be like Ravenswood Greys.
Yeah, I feel bad to be a Ravenswoodian.
Yeah.
Is like
the kookiest of the
it's like you have to be like
characters.
iron deficient and like kind of funny looking. Like it sucks. That's very
Sallow.
rude. I also wrote Aria looks like a magician herself.
She has like
does.
I think
big
she's
shoulder
like
pads or something.
yeah, and I think she's in like jodhpurs and I don't know what she's wearing, but
Get
she
it.
looks like a magician.
And then we have the first Grunwald sighting of the episode.
She's at the magic show.
She is the magic show in my those eyes beautiful.
Oh, she's so stunned.
She's
Also, just on the
eyes,
color grading,
amazing.
I did say, do the people of Ravenswood know they're in a shit, sad Pleasantville situation?
I don't-
Like, is this a Pleasantville situation?
I don't know if they do.
I don't think they know.
Well, because also I think there's odd looking people in Ravenswood and then just ordinary parents with kids who are watching the creepiest magician and being like, yeah, they're loving the Great Charlemagne.
These NPCs.
Yeah,
These NPCs, they don't understand consent because the great Charlemagne is immediately like, Aria,
This is bad crowd work. This
Bad
is really
crowd
you and I would know this is really bad crowd work.
Basically-
Aria was really not into it.
There's a box on the stage. They're going to make someone disappear. And he picks Aria and she's like, I don't do boxes because, of course, Garrett in the goddamn box on
I did
the
go,
Halloween train.
She doesn't do boxes.
She doesn't do boxes.
She doesn't do boxes. And then Spencer's like, I'll go. And he looks at her. He's like, not you, just her. And I was like, this is, if someone has said expressly,
Yeah.
no, I do not consent
Just
to
keep
this.
shaking your head. Just keep shaking your head. Stand your
Yeah.
ground.
Say no.
Spencer then goes, because she loves magic.
Yeah.
She goes,
as we know.
I know this trick. You'll be okay.
Of course she knows that
It's
trick.
like, okay.
Also, it's like-
exhausting.
Because then what? She steps up, she goes in the box, she vanishes.
It's
And
just that now
then-
you see me, now you don't.
Oh,
And then I think
Trick.
Hannah is like, she's gone. Oh.
I love Hannah is in every woman.
she
yeah.
is.
We've said it.
She
I'm like, this is I don't think I've seen it in person, but like a kind of a well-known magic trick of like, now you see me, now you don't.
And there's like, I assume she's just in like a little sheet, like kind of a thing between the two.
bits
Yeah.
of wood that you
Bits
see
of
or
wood.
whatever. And then, of course, they reveal she's fine. She's there. And then they're like, oh, okay, I guess she's okay. And then
Let's
Aria
go.
comes back and then she's like, where's Emily? And then they're like,
They get a text
What?
that's leisure de main, and it's sleight of hand.
Is what it translates to.
Okay, so A took Emily. Now, this is a thing that I did say to Dale a few times through this episode, and obviously suspend our disbelief. I get it.
Yeah.
And I know the point here is that it's sleight of hand and that they were distracted.
Yes.
But these women, their adrenaline, they are on high alert. They're not chill. They don't feel chill anytime, especially in Ravenswood. You would know that nearly 6 foot Emily standing near you, like, you know, she's a big presence. Like, you would
Yeah.
know that she has been taken. You would hear rustling next to you. Like, when you're watching a show, if you hear someone breathe, you're like,
Also, you're in the middle of a magic show And the insinuation is they've chloroformed her,
Well,
knocked
this is
her
the thing.
out.
This is the thing.
How did
because
no one see her? What's
they're
happening?
standing in the middle of the crowd as well. They're
Yeah.
not at the back. They're right in the middle. So, and we see that Emily was next to them at the beginning of this situation. So someone would have had to logically get in between that crowd and people would have seen someone grabbing her, and we don't hear any rustle. So yes, she was
No.
either chloroformed
And she kind of wakes up in a box and is like, oh.
and she's literally like, I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
Which you would still hear with the chloroform, like, like
Yeah.
you would literally hear footsteps. I don't know.
You would
a
hear, and
shuffle.
someone would have heard and seen her get tooketh.
Yep.
And for her to be awake that quickly, because it's like immediately Arya comes out. It's like, where's Emily? And they sprint off trying to find her. She wouldn't have been able to be knocked out and then, so what, did they just cover her mouth and her eyes so that she didn't know where she was in that amount of
scoop her up in a
time?
bag.
Like, and also it's within walking distance. So did two people come and grab her? What are we talking about here? It doesn't make any sense.
Thank you. And we don't like to pick hole. Like, obviously, you have to suspend your disbelief for this show. It's like, why? It's fine because Dale is A and we forgive you.
Of course.
But I think that, and there is a moment later that I will touch on this topic again of like, use your ears, girls.
Yeah,
like,
listen.
use your instincts.
Prick
We'll
up
get
your
there.
ears.
So I just want to flag that.
Prick
That
up.
annoyed me.
It annoyed me also.
Anyway, she's
They-
locked in a coffin and she hears a saw.
And she has her phone with her though.
That's good.
She has the ability
Always
to
take your phone.
call.
That's true. She can call them.
And she's
That-
like, I don't know where I am. I hear a saw. Quick, I hear a saw.
And then Spencer very smartly is like, I think there's a sawmill on Sawmill Road.
Yeah,
course there
Grunwald
is.
lives on Sawmill Road. Or
And then she's
something.
like, Map, it's one street away. Let's
They run there. This sawmill is in the middle of the Ravenswood CBD.
And you can't hear it from where
Yeah.
they were. I don't know.
You just got to run around the corner and there's a full-blown sawmill.
And then they also see Red Scroat on the move. And they're like, ah!
Yes. I was really confused because my next note is, this is insane. Someone look for a button. And I was like, are we looking? I thought that was about a coat, but now I realize when they get to the sawmill and like the coffin is like approaching this Bond villain like
Yes.
saw thing and everyone's trying to undo the thing, it's like one of you can go look for the button.
Yeah.
One of you can go
well,
look for the
yeah.
emergency stop.
Is the So she's in the box and the box is chained to
Yes.
the conveyor belt
This is
so they
horrific.
can't
When
like get
did
it
A
off
have
the
time to do that?
Also, this
and
is
take
crazy.
her.
Snatching, well, I guess there's two A's
There are two ways.
One
or
cup.
two red coats.
Literally
One
in
cup.
this note where I've written, we see Redcoat running, they see two of them, I believe. Like literally as Redcoat, right as, so they're running, they're trying to get the blade off and then someone else hits the stop,
Yes.
which is
it's-
Redcoat.
yeah.
So they
Redcoat.
see that there's two Redcoats.
Which always in these kind of things, I'm like, what exactly is the plan here?
At some point, like, will these women get used to being like, I'm in a coffin, but they always keep us.
Yeah, they're not trying to kill
We're
us.
final girl. Like, which you wouldn't happen because it's fucked. But like, it is kind of, it's like watching Harry Potter and being like, they'll live.
They'll live.
Like Harry
Well,
Potter
at
will
this
live.
point-
He'll make it through this battle.
There is an explanation as to what the plan was later, which once again, no spoilies. But
Spoil.
without saying, there is one Redcoat that was hoping Emily would be chopped up, and maybe
Right,
the other
one is
perhaps
fighting against.
is maybe not doing the same thing.
Wow.
So then we see that once they've stopped the saw, Arya runs off and follows one of the Redcoats she sees up like these stairs that are in this sawmill. And
This
she goes,
is very the bell tower.
It's for whom's the bell dongs.
And very the
part two.
lighthouse too. Oh yeah. With Nate?
Nate, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
maybe
we
the
see
one other episode I was here for or something. I know.
I think
that.
you watched it with
maybe.
you
I know the dong.
that was the bell tower. That was Ian in the bell tower.
no one knows the dong. better
And
than
Spence, I've
Belle.
got to note Spencer's running after the other one.
Yes. So while Spencer's going to run after the other one, Arya follows the one that is like climbing the stairs. And it's as if she's absorbed every single thing she learned from Jake and
Which
is
she
like, let's
Yeah.
go.
Just by osmosis.
And
Yeah.
when they get into fisticuffs, if you will, as a great
as the
writer once
12-year-olds did.
and then she kicks the mask off. And who is it? Gagarina herself.
It's Gagarina, Cece.
Diva
It
Dish
is
herself,
Gagarina.
Diva Doll, Diva Dum Diddly. Dum Diddly Cece
Cece.
Dum Diddly Drake.
Hey, mama, it's that beat
Hey,
that
dum
makes me
diddly
go,
dum.
mama.
I love Dum
Diddly.
Diddly by the Black Eyed Peas.
As do I. That whole album. Incredible stuff. Important.
So good.
Beautiful.
And then we see, yes, Arya kicks the mask off her face and it is crazy. The fisticuff, she's like, Cece, let go. Then Cece accidentally falls over the edge,
Tumble.
which is giving for Hoomps the Beldongs. It
True,
really
yeah,
is.
yeah.
And then they're holding on, like Arya's holding on, and then the jacket, the
yeah.
red coat,
The red coat.
That's not
it rips.
The scrote tears.
And then Cece death drops on the ground.
From a male perspective, don't say that. The
We will.
the scrote tear. For Hoomps the scrote tears.
Ooh.
Youchie. Also, this whole fisticuffs before Cece falls, Arya says nothing. And Cece the whole time's like, Arya, help me, help. And Arya's just like,
Which I guess he would be like, I don't know. You could go.
I don't know about that,
You
You
song.
could go.
could
You could
fall.
go. You've been pretty annoying.
And she falls
Personally.
with her leg scooped
Death
to
drop.
a death drop position.
It's true.
And her arm like, "Duh." I don't know how else to like,
Yeah.
"Duh." You know what I mean by
It's
that.
it's done.
Done.
Don't you get that, guys? It's done.
It's done.
So then no one like checks it. Okay. So this is where. So now they're all on the floor, like Cece's
They're
death
down
drop.
at the ground.
And then they're all huddled near her and they're like looking at her and it's like, is she alive? And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, just check. Like, and then they're all talking to Arya, I think. And when they look back, what's happened? Oh,
She's gone.
Oh.
she's
Well,
gone.
because they're like,
course
they-
she
You would
she's-
hear her go. This is that thing I was talking
She's
about.
landed, and then for some reason they look at her and they're like, I assume she's probably dead. I don't need to go over there and check her. I don't need to do anything.
Or kind of circle her.
Yeah,
How
like
many
around
people
her.
have almost died and then ran away in this town?
Literally.
Learn your
Don't
lesson.
turn
Always
away.
happening.
But also you'd hear her, if she's getting up from that fall, she'd be like, it'd be
Ugh.
slow and there'd be
Yeah.
some groans.
And she'd be going like,
Yeah,
Her
so
leg is
this bugged
Definitely
me.
broken.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that knee, not the good.
The fucking idiots.
Anyway,
I love
it's
these
annoying.
girls, but they're fucking idiots.
Use
They're
your
dumb.
peripheral vision. Use your
Yeah.
senses. Like,
How
come
long
on.
has this been going on for
So long.
in the show? Like, how long has A been in their lives?
Oh god, good question.
Four and a half seasons.
But a
show, is it like a year?
We do know.
We do know, but we can't answer that question.
Because I think they should learn.
A
Have
year.
learned
It's
by now,
it's
like-
around 6 months to a. It's like
At this
fuck
point, I
me,
think
we
it's been
say this
it's
so many
been
times, I'm so
over
sorry,
a year
everyone.
at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
I believe.
and
the timeline's really weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's usually in
Well,
shows, it's
well.
every year is a season. But
even within the show, somebody later in this episode is trying to figure out that timeline on
Ah.
big whiteboards.
Important.
let's talk about it.
Then Spencer says that she thinks that the other redcoat, who she of course took off to follow, she found was Allison. She's like, she comes back and she's like, guys, I think that other redcoat was Allison because she kept like stopping at corners and waiting for me to follow her. And this is what she took me to. And they walk up into this apartment and they see an A layer that is like none other. We have probably A1 size blown up
Yeah,
high def
They're
photos
going
of
to the
Ali.
printers.
They're going to the print. They're going to Office Works.
Yeah.
They're going to
spending big.
Staples.
Yeah,
They're, okay,
On Kinko's.
they are
Kinkos.
getting things printed. We see. What did you just say, Dale? Whiteboards.
Big whiteboards with timelines.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
Let's
the timelines.
talk about the timeline.
Timelines for everything, for every person. Timelines for each person for that night. For so many things. Then we see computer systems, and we
Yeah.
are told that they are monitoring everything: the police, the alarm systems in
That's how
town.
they know.
This is fucked up.
It's
Yeah.
fucked up, and
This
it's
is fucked up.
It's also fucked up that we see a painting on the wall that has little eyes cut out, and someone with blue eyes is watching from behind the cuts.
I didn't know. I don't remember that.
Beautiful eye.
Beautiful, creepy eyes.
And then we see that we cut to some nondescript lake house, and Shauna is there and has found Mona there.
Yes. This was
yes.
confusing.
And it was like, what? And
Mona's just sitting, and then they talk outside, and Toby is also watching.
then, yes, so Toberky has followed Shauna all the way to this place where Mona is
Thank God
hiding.
Toberky's back. You know what I mean? Thank God he's kind of back on the
That's
on the
true.
trail.
He's out
Yeah.
of the spell.
He had his sob, and
Magic
now
show.
he's
He's
Oh.
good. Oh,
And then one of them, I think Shauna says, are you sure she's okay with this? I don't know who she is or what this is.
let's find out.
Let's
my
find
gosh.
out. Then Spencer finds in the lair, so we're back in the lair, they're looking through everything. They've seen the crazy computers, they find everything. And Spencer finds paperwork or something, or maybe on the computer for A's bank account, the LLC.
The LLC, let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Important.
And then also the girls are trying to hack the computer. Like Caleb's on the phone helping them.
Of course.
Yes, A started a business as a payroll. Hannah then deduces that A is a guy because she finds a bunch of jackets.
A bunch of jackets and
Male representation.
Thank you.
Of course, we need it
Finally.
in this town. And like suit shoes. Also, Spencer says from that payment, whatever she finds with all the information about the banks, that 2 different payments have been sent to CC Drake. So she's like, okay, well, someone is sending CC money then. It's
To
not
promote, to cause, give money to A.
to do A stuff.
To do A things.
Then
They also
I love
notice-
that A is now like an enormous corporation.
Oh, it has to be.
Designed around
Fortune
ruining
500.
these 4 girls' lives.
it's wild.
They also kind of realize that A has been following Ali as well,
Ooh.
potentially to
Oh.
Ravenswood.
And then we see that my next note just says date with an older guy.
Oh, well, I
Oops.
think it's just on the timeline. I think there's something that's like circled. There's like date with an older guy, maybe. I think it's just on like the whiteboard. I do know what
like
you're talking
Ali's
about.
timeline?
Yes.
I think so. Because I think it's like them trying to,
And the name of the company that the LLC is under is something in Cape May. So they're like, oh my God, it must be Board Shorts who is
Yes.
running the company who's doing all of this. Board Shorts must be A.
Who
And
is
then-
Board Shorts?
Board Shorts is it's so Ali has like all these diaries or just tells them in the story she tells about someone she was dating. Like she refers to an
Right,
older
as Board Shorts.
older
older
man
man
as Board Shorts.
as Board
Circle it
Shorts.
up.
So that, and it's kind of like speculation about like who that is.
Mhm.
There's also a sign that said, like, I think maybe it is like a party, and it says tonight, Allison, 11 p.m. It's at Ravenswood Cemetery.
Mhm. Terrifying.
Then we get Grunwald on the street.
Out of the fog.
Someone on the street.
Out of the fog, we get Grunwald on the street.
Our
And she
girl.
says, it's a beautiful party, but it's for guests only or something.
She says, get out of my swamp.
And because there's a party on tonight that they're all going to go to. And she's like, it's really dangerous. I love this scene. She's like, it's dangerous for all you girls to go chasing Ali.
Yes. And she confesses that she had been helping Allison all along.
Yes.
And they're like, from what? Helping her from
How?
what? And she was like, someone who was threatening her. And then we see the iconic moment from that night.
The hand.
The hand. I love a hand out of dirt.
We love
And
it.
I guess we learned that
I love it.
I love it.
Grimwald
Hand out of the
had a premonition.
She's clairvoyant.
She's clairvoyant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful blue eyes. How can
She's
you not
like,
be?
I had to go to
I'm too pretty.
Ravenswood.
First name Claire, last name Grumwald, but middle name Voyant.
Voyant. Voyant Grunwald.
she says that basically she had this feeling that something was wrong with Allison, so she went to the house, and then all of a sudden she's like, I must lean into this patch of dirt. Pulls Allison's hand out, pulls Allison out, and we see the most horrible wig coming off Sasha Petersa's head.
Petersa?
Petersa. I
Peter-
can never
Petersa?
say it right. We're so sorry, Sasha.
I'm so sorry.
We love your work. And love your hair. Hate the wig. Looks so silly coming
The
out of the ground.
wigs. Let's talk about the wigs.
And then she announces that she tells the girls
Bum, bum, bum.
announcement. I must-
Ting, 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 ting.
breaking news. I Grumwald drove her to the hospital after I got her out of
That
the
is breaking.
ground.
That is breaking news.
I will say she drives her to the hospital so slowly in the middle of the
Oh,
road.
the car
we
is
get
going
one
so slow.
shot of just a car in the middle of the road going
20k per hour.
just putting.
Yeah.
And then she says that she took her to the hospital, and when she ran in to get help, that Allison escape.
That's
she ran
so
away.
Ally.
Of course it is.
That's so escape.
She's just being Ally. And
She's just
then
being Ally.
she says, you need to leave Ravenswood.
Yes.
He's hoping you'll lead him to Allison.
It's like Ali doesn't want to be found. That was like, yeah, he'll lead you. That was scary. And then, oh my God.
The girls are like, what are you talking about? And then she just stops.
Wait, line of the episode. He's here.
And we're not talking about Dale, because he
He's
is here.
I'm here.
But
We're talking about
Is it-
someone else.
someone
I
else.
love
assume that's
that.
a premonition. She's using her.
She's
psychic
feeling.
abilities.
Yeah. He's
Claire,
here.
Claire is voyanting.
Mm-hmm.
That Claire.
Well, her name
Let me
is
see.
Clara. Clara Grumwald.
Clairvoyant.
Whoa.
Where does Grunwald? Do you reckon? Yeah.
Grunny.
Grunwald. But I love that. And then we see Caleb
About to
getting on a
embark
bus.
on his spin-off by accident, because he gets on a bus that says,
Don't go! Don't do it. We watched the pilot.
Don't do
it,
it.
Tyler.
So it's so he is getting on this bus to go help them hack into this mainframe. And I guess he just gets there and they're gone. They've just left. Does he ever get there? Oh, I guess
I don't know,
this is only the first half.
I
of
don't
an
know where
episode.
he is, and he's getting on the bus because he's getting on a bus to Rosewood, and then it changes
flips.
to Ravenswood.
Okay, so this is what-
where is he?
I think it has just come from Ravenswood to Rosewood, so it has Rosewood on its thing.
Yeah.
And then he gets on and it goes, chuk, 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 and it
'Cause
changes
in
to
my head-
Ravenswood because it's going back.
It's going back.
okay.
Because in my head, it looked like he was like, I also had the same thought of like,
Yeah.
he's on a bus to Rosewood. Because I'm like, also,
But
it's
it's
hard to
also
tell where
looks
people
kind
are.
of foggy
and
and
then when it
blue.
flips to Ravenswood, it feels like he did not consent. Like it's such a, but
yeah,
it,
true.
but now we understand that it's more of a reveal of like, he is going to Ravenswood. Here comes the spinoff.
Okay. Yeah.
But I had the same thought of like, wait,
It does have a feeling that the bus driver is like,
you're going to
"I'm gonna take
Ravenswood,
you to
buddo.
Ravenswood."
Okay, and
Yes.
then now we have one of the most iconic things to happen in the show ever. We go back to the lair. We see the computers. We see the cupboard with the open door with the t-shirts and the suit jackets
I
and
have
the
chills.
shoes.
Somebody's coming in.
Somebody's
He's
coming
here.
in. He's here.
He's here.
And he's wearing a cap, which we've never seen him in.
And I like it.
And I like it.
I mean, Dale's wearing a cap right now. I guess it's a
Dale-
thing.
and Andrew canonically Dale is A.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And-
smash some doors.
Who do we see getting furious?
The pedophile himself.
Wow.
Ezra Fitz. Fitzgerald.
Gerald. And he's
But also
furious.
kudos to him because this is a big operation.
Huge
yeah, wow,
operation
he's really
that he's
running
running.
it.
He's
While
going
being a teacher?
And teaching? And going to poetry readings?
and trying to follow his ex-girlfriend around the country
Yeah.
to
But also wanting that
father a
son.
child?
Yeah,
Yeah,
also
yeah.
like
Also, being
Huge.
with Alex Mack or whatever.
yeah, he rocks up and he's mad because he slams the cabinet.
because he sees that someone has been there because the doors open. He goes,
And it's Gagoo. It is.
it is Gagoo.
It's
It
why
is
Gagoo
big
was
gag.
invented.
And then there is an
a
A
big
scene where Ezra, we presume, is putting on this gas mask that is terrifying
Like old
with
school.
old-timey
Yeah.
music. It's
He's-
so weird.
He is furious, but he calms himself down
And puts on his
I
cozy.
guess puts on his little costume.
Yeah.
To go to the
Because at the end of
war
the day,
party.
you
Mhm.
are like the A team theatre.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Theatre hams,
Yeah.
actors.
Oh, it does check out
They
for
should be in
him.
LA.
they should.
They should be on the stage.
Oh my god. Anyway, so that's where this
Wow, the end.
this leads us.
Of
And the next
part one,
episode
I
is
guess.
like, whew, I'm excited.
The
for
next one is Halloween.
It's a Halloween special, I believe, according to Stan, and
That's
it's a
spooky.
very big episode. So
Ugh. And wasn't this one also?
this was humongous.
Huge. Okay, Hayley, let's get to we got to get to the seggies.
Let's get to the seggies, the segments,
Seg
rolls.
rolls.
Okay. Head to our Instagram, call.and.adult, if you want to see our pinned post where we kind of break down the names of all these segments because they're all funny and stupid. Also, just follow us. Hello, welcome. Okay. Who was the hottest adult of this episode?
Haven't seen her for a little while. Ashley Marin getting out.
Oh, my
prison.
God. I want to say Grunwald because I'm always bewitched.
Oh.
Can it be
Marcia Clark.
can it just be the
I'm Marcia
lineup?
Clark. The lineup.
The lineup of
And can I say
Oh,
something
yeah.
problematic? Because I feel like we kind of learned this in PLL summer school as well with Derek Klenner in a certain reveal at the end of PLL summer school. I do find Ezra quite attractive at the end of
Yeah,
this
of course,
scene.
of
Look,
course.
it's that
What,
Joe
when he's
Goldberg
angry?
thing. Yeah. And then just like him being like a villain, like such a, and you being A, it's like a toxic trait I have. American
It's hard to
Psycho
be
vibes. I don't know.
bad boys.
Look.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? when
Ian
they come for
Harding, good looking rooster.
you? What you gonna do when they're here?
They're here.
He's here.
Yikes the episode. So my brain was like, had so many other tangents to go on, but I'm like, no, we have to stick to it. Yikes of the episode.
That none of them paid attention to Emily being snatched.
Emil
me,
and the
the
saw,
kiss.
the saw
And the
for
saw.
me.
Oh, the saw, the kiss, the Arias.
That was
Oh,
yikes.
so many yikos.
That was a yikes.
The saw is very like, ooh.
Also, like Charlemagne, really not letting Arya
True.
let up.
Also, kind of yikes is just the great Charlemagne in general.
I
It
agree.
was creepy.
Which is sometimes magician vibe.
But
Sorry.
There were a lot of yikes. I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface on the yikes of this episode, but. Bleh.
But
Who gets a buttercream from us? Daddy Hastings. I haven't seen Daddy Hastings in so long.
I miss all the
Miss.
daddies.
Me
I'm
too.
gonna give it to that DA, that woman.
Oh, Marcia
Marcia
Clark!
Clark.
Clark.
I'm going to give it
Congratulations.
to Grunwald for snatching Ali out that ground.
And going, he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Travis, because lest we forget at the start of this
True,
episode, I
yeah.
guess he finally did the
Lest.
thing he
That's
was meant to
his
do. All the girls, probably.
They can get one. Chug on.
There's been a lot of details in this episode, but I think everyone. And also, Miss Cece Drake for doing that death drop, girl.
Yeah. But
Shantae, you stay.
maybe the biggest one in history.
Shantae run away.
Shantae escape.
Oh.
Oh, who needs to wait for Crazy Bread? Us.
We got to stop.
Me right now.
Us.
Who needs to wait for Crazy Bread from Noel Khan?
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne.
calm
The
down.
whole A situation. Ezra.
Ezra. Arya with the kiss.
Arya with the
Yeah.
kiss. Absolutely.
The girls with comforting Arya rather than going to Cece's
And
body.
the girls for not noticing.
Also, Jackie for being completely inaccessible by just
yeah.
speaking French until
Don't
Paige
speak
was probably like,
French.
I'm going to drown you in a pool. Like everyone
I have
knows
my
that
one
Paige is
move.
going to drown you in a pool. So when she goes cut the shit Jackie, it's like
She's like,
Okay,
I'm
she's
going to
gonna
do
do-
my secret move.
alleged murder. What did you say? Attempted murderer.
Attempted murderer.
Yeah, she was.
A lot of Crazy Bread in this episode. Who gave us a hardcover, which made us horn.
The
Ash.
lineup, the MILF lineup.
The MILF
The
lineup and
MILFs.
Ashley walking down the stairs for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Kiss me.
And Ted will.
He will,
He-
amongst other things.
Where's Ted? Bring him back. Bring him out. Bring him out. Soft cover. What gave us a soft cover? Which made us not horny? For me, the sawmill. That was really scary.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't.
Charlemagne.
I knew
Charlemagne-
Emily would be fine, but I hate that.
Yeah, I hate that.
You imagine yourself in that situation. It's fucked up. And Charlemagne, definitely.
Yeah.
Yucky.
Who gets a wine from King Byron?
I want everyone to have a wine. I want everyone to get absolutely
Absolutely.
fucked up.
Yeah,
too.
at the end of this.
Even like Ezra can have a wine because he's stressed.
Yeah, he's
have
got
a
a lot
wine and
going
like reconfigure the hacking
The
that has
hacking.
happened to
He's
you.
gotta-
Caleb, have so much wine because you're about to be in a world
Oh,
of
yeah.
spookiness.
Caleb-
You got to get yourself drunk.
Please go to a bottle shop in Rosewood and get a wine so that you don't go to Ravenswood.
Mm-hmm.
Change your course.
And Toby just because he's
He deserves
gone on with his
whatever he
mum.
wants. And obviously Ashley and Ted. Sexy
Can I? Yes, yes.
What was the line of the episode? Now there has been a lot, but I think for me it is he's here.
He's here.
He's here.
It is. He's here. And he is. And you know who else is here? Us.
We're
And
here.
Dale, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now you hear us.
For
Now you
another
don't. We're at the
incredible
end.
episode.
What
now
a
I, like Emily, have to disappear.
But just quickly, we have to do the second half of our
Quick,
Q&A.
quick, quick.
Q&A.
Questions.
Okay.
Run.
Oh.
Before I vanish into the fog like Grimwald.
Oh my god, he's gone. Okay.
He's here.
See all. Okay, where did I get up to? Which character were you most like in high school?
Oh boy.
From what you know.
From what I know, I don't know. Probably Toby. No, he's Creepo.
No, I think you and Toby
Toby
have
not
like
Creepo.
you're handsome. You're both sometimes quiet.
Who's the most like generic man? Maybe that shaved head guy, Travis.
Travis.
Just
From the
a
country.
guy. Just a guy in the background.
That was from
me
Maisie
in the
May
background.
from Shadowbird, who we know and love.
We know and love you
favorite
all.
show, mine is PLL, but McLeod's Daughters comes close. Now, this is something we did not know from this listener, and that's
Wow.
really important to know
We love
that they watch McLeod's Daughters.
Important.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
incredible.
iconically
What a great
Aussie show.
I, as an Australian, haven't even seen.
Me neither.
I've seen some of it. Well, we were a bit young when it came out.
Mm.
Like, it was, yeah. Favorite show?
My favorite show in general. Oh boy.
Or just things you like to watch, maybe.
Things lately, we've been watching The Boyfriend on
We've been
Netflix.
loving The Boyfriend and English
Great.
Teacher.
And
English Teacher is so
English
good.
Teacher is
Brian Jordan
incredible on Disney.
I
Alvarez.
love Brian Jordan Alvarez.
English Teacher is a whole thing.
That
but
is
The
true.
Boyfriend.
That's probably, yeah.
We do
my
love
favorite
30
show at the
Rock.
moment. 30 Rock.
And you love Ghibli. I know it's not a
I love
TV show, but you love Ghibli movies.
I love all that stuff.
all the stuff.
Bloody animation stuff.
This is from KH Kara. What is your fave PLL storyline? It's a tough one because you don't know a lot of them.
My fave storyline is, I guess, currently the wrongful conviction to
Of Ashley.
release of
Yes.
Ashley.
That's a really good one because
It
you
is.
invest.
Absolutely.
From Liz, what's your favorite part about being A?
I guess I love the rhymes. Love the cheeky.
And you're good at
texts.
them. You're really
Yeah,
good at them.
Really good stuff.
Yeah. Wordsmith.
And
Wordsmith.
Last question from Lexi. What is my, Hayley, favorite PLL quote that I say the most?
Oh, it's like trivia.
I like that. What do I say a lot
around the
around
house. You probably will just like say, got a secret.
I do sing the theme song all the time around the house. I probably was saying baking a cake for a while, I'm sure, after we did that. I was like,
also,
years
I'm
ago,
sure
baking
there's
a
so many
cake.
things from this podcast that you say that I don't realize are podcast bits.
That's true. Yeah. But I do, it's like, got a secret, can you keep it? Is like, it's a constant.
Yeah. It's timeless.
It's timeless and it's beautiful. Anyway.
Also, you'll just probably talk about Byron sometimes.
As you should. As we all should.
What?
We all should. Keep it in our hearts. If he's not on the show, he's in your heart.
Absolutely.
Every time I see like Rob Lowe or Rob Lowe's son, I'm like, Chad Lowe? He's here.
He's here.
He's here.
He's here.
Oh, that was so fun. Thank you so much for coming on the pod, Dale.
Thank you for having me. It's been
a
treat and a joy and a
oh my God.
King.
True highlight of my day. Week.
And life.
And my life.
Wow.
My life is highlighted, all downhill from here. that with that fart, that was me. Oh man, I can't stop.
We do know that Ezra farts, and we found out in this episode Ezra's A and you're A, so it all makes sense.
That's true.
That's true. Wow.
Well,
I'm a father.
I'm a father, not a lover.
Now.
Everyone, if you're out there doing whatever you're doing, we want you to first, please,
close your damn blinds.
Okay, shut them.
Shut them.
Oh,
close them up. That was the sound of your wet blinds shutting up.
Wet blinds.
That was amazing.
Living under the sea. All right, everyone, we must go. So we say to you goodbye.
Goodbye.
Tobucky.
Should I see Tobucky?
Tobucky.
That's a wrap on Dale.
I'm done.
Beautiful listeners, if you didn't know, we actually have a Patreon, which we call the Dollhouse. So come hang out in our Dollhouse.
We also have a YouTube channel. So if you want to watch this episode and other episodes, head to our YouTube channel and subscribe.
And you can find all updates at our Instagram or look in the episode show notes.
We love ya.
We love you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Call an Adult. We appreciate you more than Alison appreciates immortality, my darlings. Please give the show some love by giving us a 5-star rating and review on your podcast platform of choice.
You can stay up to date on episodes by following our Instagram at call.an.adult, as well as our respective Instagrams at Ashley Crapapp and at Hayley Tanto. Have a lovely day, and don't forget,
shut your damn blinds!
See ya! Call an Adult is recorded on the stolen lands of the Boonwurrung and Woiwurrung people of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of the land. Sovereignty was never ceded.